Welcome back, students. So we are getting ready. We had just finished up on expressions, so now we're going to start working on equations. We're going to start with one-step equations, which are review, but we're going to really talk about some properties, and we're going to use one-step equations, which are review, in order to introduce or to refresh ourselves on those properties. So if you remember, we've already talked about a few properties, like the distributive property, where we multiply equally throughout the set of parentheses, or the substitution property, where we say that a value equal, or a variable equals a certain value, and so then we replace that variable with that value within an expression. So now we're going to talk about properties of equality, and so let's get started. All right, so our first property of equality is the addition property of equality. I refer to this as APOE, or APO. And what this means is that we just add equally to both sides. And then we have our subtraction property of equality, which SPOE or SPO, and that just means to subtract equally from both sides. Our goal with either of these when we're solving equations is to zero out, and we'll talk more about that when we get to those problems. Our next two is the multiplication property of equality, which we call MPO or MPOE. And this states that we multiply. So multiply both sides equally. And then the division property of equality, which I refer to as DPOE or DPO, that means we divide, helps if I can spell, divide from both sides equally. All right, so those are our properties, and now let's actually put them to use. So here's our first example. I know that you could look at this and you say, oh, what -4 equals 5? And that's great. What I'm using this for, though, is to show you how the properties work, and how we're using the properties to solve our equations. Because as we get to more advanced and equations with more steps, it's good to know how these properties work. And so this first one, since this is x -4 equals 5, I want to do the opposite. And what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to get x by itself. The goal is variable by itself. And in this case, that means we need to zero out our constant. And so since this is -4 or -4, the opposite of -4 is to add 4. And so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. And so that's using the addition property of equality in order to get our answer. And so then x will equal -4 plus 4 is 0, which is what we're wanting. And then 5 plus 4 is 9. And so our answer is that x equals 9. And I know Mrs. Cartwright, it did not take me that long to solve it. I understand. Again, I'm using this to show you how the properties work. All right, so again, our goal is to get y by itself. And this is +2, so I need to zero out my constant. And in order to zero out my constant, I'm going to subtract 2. And so we're using SPO, or my subtraction property of equality. And so the y comes down, because we didn't do anything to the y. And a +2 minus 2 is 0, which is what we want. We want that to zero out. And then 10 minus 2 is 8. And so that is how the subtraction property of equality works, because I am subtracting equally from both sides. And our goal is to get the variable by itself. And so when I have a constant, I want to zero out the constant. All right, so moving on to our next example. we have c over 3, which is the same as c divided by 3 equals 4. So again, goal is to get variable by itself. The issue is when it's the coefficient, we want a coefficient. We want a coefficient of 1. And so when we're multiplying and dividing, which will always happen as a coefficient, technically this is the same as like 1/3 c. We're going for 1, not 0. And so here, where we're dividing, the opposite of dividing is to multiply. And so we will multiply both sides by 3. Over here, 3 times c would give me 3c divided by 3 is 1. So we end up with c, because the 3's will divide out, equals 4 times 3, which is 12. And then that's our final answer. Again, we're looking for making that coefficient a 1. We are left with just 1c. All right, and now for our last example, here we have 6 times t, right? Because they're kissing, they're touching, and we call that kissing, and kissing leads to multiplication. And so the opposite, I guess I didn't write here. Since we multiplied both sides by 3, that is the multiplication property of equality. I forgot that. Silly me. Since we were multiplying here, the opposite of that is to divide. And so we're going to use the division property of equality. And you are 8th graders going into high school, so we need to start writing our division as fractions. And if you didn't know this, when you write the division sign, really it's a fraction bar with 2 dots holding the place for your numbers. So fraction bars, I'm going to divide both sides by 6 because I need to get my 6 here to become a 1, and 6 divided by 6 becomes 1. And so that will divide out, and we're left with t equals, and then 42 divided by 6 is 7. And that is our final answer. So again, these are easy. Most of them you can probably do in your head because you're like, oh, well, 6 times 7 is 42, so that's what t equals. And I understand that. But it's easier to show new properties or talk about new properties with things that we already know how to do, and let you know why that works. So that is what I have for you today. We're going to start 2-step equations in our next lesson. Until then, peace out.